Hey guys, welcome back to EVE Online. We took a downgrade, guys. Unfortunately, last time I did a video, you guys saw the faction version of the Pioneer. This is the standard version of Pioneer, but even so, it's an upgrade from the Venture, so I'm not going to complain in that result. However, what I am going to say is we're back to Veldspar, but fortunately, because of the Pioneer having a lot more space to it, we can stack this Veldspar up quite a bit. But I need to build my wallet back up, so we're going to be getting Veldspar, and I'm probably going to mash it up and pile as much as I can before we sell, probably about 20 million or so. But without further ado, let's get into it. And I'm not gonna say that we're gonna get to the 20 million mark within this video, because probably not. But that being said, let's get to grinding here. Dude, that's crazy. My camera keeps like freezing in place. I'm literally half tempted to take it off. I think I will. Hang on, guys. I'm gonna take this camera off. Like, it's pointless to have there at this point, so gonna take the camera off and we'll keep rolling. That was a little bit crazy. My game just lagged pretty hard there, but let's go to the mining fields and see what we can't find here. Okay, we're looking for Veldspar level 3. That's what we're looking for. Veldspar grade 3. Okay, awesome. Now let's orbit at 21 clicks. And then we'll kick in the afterburner just to get up there a little quicker so we can start mining. And I'll let you guys know when we actually start to hit this thing. Alright, let's get the lasers running, guys. Start picking apart this rock. Get all 3 running here. And then we'll start pulling in the rocks like crazy. About over 200 and something each time. And there's 3 of them there. We're going to start cranking in the grade 3 Veldspar pretty quick, which is why, even though this rock is a lot less valuable than the Kernite or anything like that, because you can harvest so much so fast, it is so much easier to get a whole bunch of this stuff, and it adds up. I mean, we already have over 2 million, which seems kind of low, but if we're being honest, if we stick 40 of these compressed trips into this hold, which we can hold a lot more according to my research that I put in regards to talking to Gemini and putting a lot of research into this game and everything else, with the current hold that we can have, I'll be almost caught up to the consortium version of the Pioneer, which is the ultimate goal. I do want to replace that ship, and then we'll be total profits at that point. But I'm not going to do the same stupid thing I did last time and not insure it, because I made the mistake of not insuring the consortium version of this particular ship. Now I have 3 more ships of the standard version of the Pioneer, so if this one does get destroyed, we have 3 more to go. I already lost 1. That's why I have to stop going into low sec for a little bit to get my funds where they need to be able to afford the stuff to go into low sec. And then we will go back to going Kernite mining. But for right now, since Veldspar is pretty much the backbone of EVE Online, I'm gonna take what I can get and just stockpile this stuff to the max and see how much money we actually make. Now, I'm gonna make sure that this video is cut down so you guys don't see as much, but if we can do it, I'm hoping that we can maybe fit at least 2 trips in the video, but I'm not gonna say that for sure. I will catch with you guys as soon as we're about halfway full. Well, looks like we got some enemies in here, which I probably should vote because we do have some enemies. But maybe if it's just an AI player, I might just turn on the afterburner and just try to make them look stupid, essentially. We'll see how much damage these guys do. Because if it's just an AI player at 21 kilometers, I'm not going to worry about nothing. Because it's going to be hard for him to even hit at this point in time. So it sounds like an AI player though. So that being said, I don't think I'm gonna worry about it. I think we're just gonna continue trucking unless something actually happens. The last version that, oh, that's a heavy hit. Yeah, we might have to actually bolt. Let me see. Yeah, because we don't have any shield defenders pretty much, or anything like a gun or anything. I probably want to jump, but I'm gonna try and collect as much as I can here. It sounds like an AI player though, and they're not hitting us like constantly, so it kind of gives our shields enough time to heal a little bit, which is why I'm trying to like last as long as I can, because I'm trying to get as much as I can before we actually have to jump. I'm gonna jump at this point and go to a different, yeah, it's a bunch of AI guys, so I'm just gonna go to a different system here, and once we get some money in place, I am going to actually get a weapon and stick it on here just to deal with AI people and get some money to essentially get some shield hardeners and things like that. Okay, we got other miners in here, so I'm gonna try to find somewhere else that we can, because well, it depends here. 21 clicks. We'll just grab what we can, I think, is what we'll do. As long as it's grade 3. I'm strictly going after the grade 3 stuff, guys, so that the profits add up quicker. And it's not as cheap as the standard Veldspar. So that's pretty much why I'm specifically targeting the grade 3 stuff. But I'll see you guys again when we start going off again. Yeah, it doesn't look like any of the players are touching that rock, which is a good thing. I think when we start going to low sec again, I'm going to go super far away from the trade hubs on purpose. That way I don't have the chance of, you know, somebody come and gets us. We still have that chance, but we don't have as high as a chance to do that. It's more likely to be an AI person, which by that point I'm gonna come prepared for that actually. So we'll be sacrificing one laser, but at that point it wouldn't matter because we'd have enough punching power to just smash the AI. And the guy that killed me was using one of those things that prevents you from warping away, so he was holding me in place, and I'm like, alright, you want to play this game? So I turned on my railgun, started doing damage, and I think I shocked him, to be honest, because, you know, they don't expect the mining ships to have armament on them, but like I exchanged with him like 15 or 20 times or something before I turned the camera on, and he just blew me the heck. And then when I logged back on, he blew the capsule that the capsuleer sits in right up, and I had to start over again, but that's okay. I was kind of hoping somebody would blow me out of the capsule thing, so I would just go back to Jita where I'm stationed at, which is where I have the extra copies of the Pioneer to begin with. So it kind of benefited me more than it actually hurt me when he actually blew me up. So I'm actually thankful for that, actually. If he would have just left me in the capsule, it would have took me forever to get back to Jita to get my pilot back into one of these, but he just straight up blew me up, period, which actually helped me out quite a bit. But I'll see you guys in a bit once we're about halfway full or even closer, because we had to jump out of a place to continue. I might even continue talking to you guys right after we get closer to being completely full. I think that's what I'll do, just to save editing space and condense it even more for you guys. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. These bad guys are insane. Once again, guys, I'm gonna try to last as long as I can here before I actually leave. Okay guys, so we're almost full, and we have about 2,700,000 in the hold right now, combining the two types of Veldspar, the compressed version and the raw version put together. However, this hold is just insanity. I mean, it's not as good as the consortium version, but compared to the Venture, we are sticking 2 times as much Veldspar in here, which is insanity, which is why even though the price on Veldspar is a lot lower, we're collecting this Veldspar at a accelerated rate, and so it's going to take a lot less time to get a substantial amount of money in here, which is why I'm kind of excited, because I am going to fill this thing to the brim, like for real this time, with Veldspar, actually, to tell you the truth, because we're safe doing it, relatively safe doing it, and it's going to be over 100 million. It's going to take a lot longer to get to 100 million, but I am legitimately going to fill this to the brim. That is the goal that we're working towards here. That's kind of why I am actually going after the grade 3 stuff, the dense Veldspar, instead of just the normal Veldspar. We're just about full, so I'll be with you guys in a second. As soon as we are full, then we'll go back, compress, and go back out, and probably do it at least 1 more time. Okay, now we're full. Once again, we're gonna go back to compress at perimeter, and I'll see you guys whenever we get there. Okay guys, we're back. Let's get all this compressed, and we'll see how much we get. I'd say a little over 3 million is worth it here, compressed. Alright, there's 0.24 million, so we have about 200 something thousand units of compressed grade 3 Veldspar, which on the market right now is 13.10 is per unit. Okay, that is quite a bit, actually, to be honest. So let's go out there 1 more time, and I'll see you guys out there. I found a Veldspar grade 3 rock again. It took me a while to actually find a actual suitable slot, because the rest were full of pirates, and I didn't want to deal with them because I didn't have a gun or nothing. So eventually we're gonna get this to the point where I'm going to stick a gun on there, because it seems like a better build overall. I know you guys are gonna disagree with me. 3 mining lasers, triple the yield, etc., etc. I understand that, but the fact is, at least when it comes to these little pirates, I'll basically wreck them. So that's the plan. I will let you guys know when we're actually getting close to being full, just to save time on the video. It's full. Okay guys, we're about full, and we're gonna start heading back to perimeter in a few seconds, because we don't got much more until this is completely filled with Veldspar. So I'll be right with you guys as soon as we begin to leave here. That's crazy. That is crazy. We have 3,900,000 in the hold right now between the 2 items. Of course, that's gonna cross over to 4 million, but I'll see you guys whenever we get up there.
Drive active. Docking request accepted. Drive active. Docking request accepted.
Welcome back, guys. I'm gonna have to find that place off screen because it's about my lunchtime. But total price right now without being compressed, let's see, without being compressed we have, give or take, 4 million, but once we compress it, it will be 4 million. So I'll see you guys next time. We're gonna build our wallet up, and I'm going to rebuy that consortium issue. That is the goal here, rebuying that thing, sticking a gun on this thing so we can go back into low sec away from the primary highways, and we should be a little bit safer. But for now, God bless, and don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you guys next time.